Hello everyone, welcome to, once again, some pretty crazy VTuber drama. I feel like we've had a lot these last few days, so I guess it keeps on coming, but this is a little bit different because this is more focused on the corporate VTubing end. Now, I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I'm definitely a big tourist when it comes at least to the corporate VTubing side, and I'm kind of piecing these things together. Like, I know of Hololive, I know of like the big corporations, VShojo, RIP, all these kind of things. I've seen in passing, but I'm definitely more someone who just like is friends with my own VTuber friends I've met, or I'm like just familiar, I guess maybe more with the westernized folks. Like, I know some of the bigger people out there, but at the end of the day, I'm not like a hyper watcher. I'm not someone who's super ingrained on this. So if you guys would like to go and chime in your own thoughts, this is more so for you guys. I can almost like make a video and let people go talk about it, because I'm telling you guys straight up right now, I am a tourist. But I'm kind of seeing some things I think many people and other content creators can still relate towards. And it's a very strange one. So I'm gonna try to go and get this out to my subscribers, because some of you guys are not here just from the VTubing sphere. Right now, the big level. A very popular and pretty beloved, like top tier corporate VTuber woman. If you guys don't know the difference, indies, like you just kind of stream and make content on your own. And then corporate, sometimes there's like these businesses and corporations. Well, they'll like kind of pay for stuff. And they'll have managers, they'll have editors, they'll do like concerts, and maybe they're a little bit more like proper, maybe say in Japan and Asian type style stuff, Asian culture, Asian locations. And it's that's kind of where like a lot of this idol culture comes from. Think like K-pop or J-pop, and they kind of go and facilitate some of that. Although, like I said, they'll literally do like concerts. They'll literally have like a more professional aspect, if you will. And this one big professional VTuber is basically going on strike, but she returned and was kind of laying out her terms. And it's kind of sparked a big conversation on indie versus like corporate. And as well, a lot of people who are very beloved in this whole, like probably one of the biggest VTubing groups out there, people are like concerned about the talent, they're calling out the management. There's just a lot to go break on down. I'm going to probably mess up a few times throughout this video, but anyone who has been subscribed here, or if you guys are new, you guys want to subscribe, you guys are very welcome to. And I kind of want to learn alongside with you guys. I'm trying to go and get my own like brain locked on in to appreciate the VTubing culture. Because I've seen a lot of bad, but I've also seen a lot of good. So the more I kind of break these on down, I get to read your comments and discussions on this all on Twitter or on Twitch or even here, then I get to learn a little bit more. So I'd love to hear you guys say whatever you guys want down below. But let me try to give you guys the big picture. So first and foremost, there has been a lot of drama. There is like a 3-hour long stream over here from Calli. Hope I'm saying her name right. If I'm wrong on anything, don't mind me. The only people I kind of really know about this are Guragara and Narissa. I think I saw her play RuneScape one time. I thought it was funny. It showed up on my YouTube homepage. I watched it. But other than that, I know nothing. Like, I know of like the Hollow Stars. I know of some of the drama. I understand how the corporate structure works, but I've never even seen this person. I'm a tourist. But we've seen some people online saying, still thinking about the specific part of Kelly's stream last night. So many people say support the talent, not the company, which I get, but you need to have support for both for the talent to succeed. I hope people keep listening to Kelly and things she's unhappy with change. Keep supporting your faves however you can. So there's a few things, bigger pictures. This is one of them. Kind of the idea behind you are a corporate content creator. You have managers, you have bosses, you have expectations, you have contracts you have to go do. Like, you're not like me. Like, I can go and disappear for 6 months if I want to, and I probably should go take a few days off just because, just whatever, why not? I've been churning out videos, thank you guys for even watching them. But like, I can do anything. I can literally disappear for 3 months. Now, will people be mad? Will people unsubscribe or whatever it might be? Algos change? Yes. So that's, I kind of like doing this stuff. I don't mind making videos. But at the same time, if you're more corporate, you have people's salaries you have to pay. People are spending money on merch, marketing, sponsorships, whatever it might be. Some of these companies even have literal stock shareholders. Like, these are public companies that people can invest on into. So you have to like worry about the shareholders. You have to worry about all this stuff. It's like a lot more in depth. But this person just did not like how they were treating her. They didn't like the cuts. There was like a merchandising cut they didn't like. They didn't have like a lot of attention towards the English-speaking side. Some of these places are only Japanese. Some of these places are only English. So for sometimes these companies, like they're homegrown Japanese-based companies, they're going to care more about the Japanese talent. And then we have like the Western side, which is basically like the American side, English side, whatever you guys want to call it. And then they're like, whatever, you're just a bonus, you're just there. Now, some people obviously don't like that. Like, if you're pulling 10,000 views, you're pretty big up there in the Twitch scene, YouTube scene, streaming scene, VTubing scene. So anyway, this is like kind of the first thing of like the split between like, I am not happy with this company. They're not treating us the best. They're not horrible. They're not like evil. They're not stealing money from us like VShojo, but like they're still kind of not the best. Like, there's things I don't want to do. So if anything, all respect towards this woman right here. She was protesting. She was taking like a streaming break, which is her in the bottom lines, and being like, I need these conditions to get better. But in a very respectful manner. A stern, because she knows where her power is, the strong community she has, especially a lot of the VTubers. I've seen the VTubing community being one of the strongest and like they just love, like they love the talent. Like if anything, I respect the VTubing community a lot for that. A little bit scary though, because sometimes I'll make a drama video and I'll call someone out for doing something stupid, and then someone's like, well, they're perfect, and it's like, no, they messed up. It's okay if someone messes up a little bit, but like you gotta accept that, you know, you gotta accept it. But anyway, like a lot of people are on their side. Some people are on the corporate side though. There's a lot. Like let's just
no
play
matter what way you look at it, we, like us talents, we are Hololive. Like,
yes.
If people stop supporting Hololive, as much as there's this beautiful sentiment of I want to support the talent, I want to support them. As so wonderful and pure-hearted as that sentiment is, if folks stop supporting Hololive, then we will stop being supported.
So a lot of breakdown done. She's trying to go and say, hey, like everyone's like, we want to support you. If you want to go independent, so like you kind of re-debut, you make a new persona, YouTube channel, whatever it might be, we will support you, which is great. But she's trying to be like, I'm okay with working with this company. I'm okay with staying with Hololive. I just want them to do better, like work with us more, like make sure everything's okay. And I think that's fair. But so she's trying to have this big line between like, I'm corporate and they're offering all these opportunities for me. They're offering the idea that I can go and like, I don't know, like I can do these crazy concerts and have 3D models and like help people edit stuff and make things and fan meetups or whatever. You know, a lot of these, they're very in depth. There's a lot of like work you have to get done. And like, I probably wouldn't be able to do that as an independent content creator, which I think is actually very valid and fair. I prefer the indie world. I don't like having a boss. I like kind of doing what I got to do. Like I like having the chance to speak my mind. If I don't like something, I want to talk about it. And if some people may disagree, and that's totally fine. But like, that's how I like to operate. Some people are on the difference. Some people can like literally look through this and be like, I want to be a singer. I want to make songs. I need someone to help me. I need like marketing teams. I'm not good at editing. I'm not good at all this. Like I myself, I should probably get an editor. Would you guys want me to get an editor? I don't mind. Like, does anyone want to edit for me? Does anyone want to like work out some deal? I don't know. If anyone is, send me an email, but like, give me like a portfolio. I'm down. I would love to make like video docs and make stuff a lot better. Don't forget I have my VTuber debut too as well. A lot of cool assets. That's a side one for me, but still, I get the occasional offer every now and then. If you guys and my friends know me, hit me up. Anyway, so when it comes to this stuff, like she's trying to be like, it's just too much for me as a person to do by myself solo. And I've done a lot. I run 3 different YouTube accounts. I have a normal business in real life. I stream when I can, link down below. It's a lot. It really is a lot. So let alone if you have a way bigger fan base, you're trying to do merch campaigns, songs, 3D songs, like dances, performances, everything. It's a lot. So if anything, people I think I kind of respect her. She's like, I can't really do this without Hololive. But they also can't do this without me. And it's true. The content creators are the real vibe of this all. It's kind of like Faze Clan, if you guys have seen that drama. Like they had a bunch of Faze guys, they all got a bunch of views, and then the owner of Faze Clan, Faze Banks, was like, you guys suck. Give me a contract. We need to make our money back. And all the guys are like, no. And they just made their own group. And they're still getting the same viewers, same content, same money, and they're just doing their own thing. They're like, whatever, we don't care about you, we're out. So in theory, it's more the content creators are the soul, the passion. Now, that doesn't mean that if they were to make another VTubing group or whatever, they wouldn't get a bunch of views regardless. They totally would. If there's a brand new person, similar model, they'd probably get very similar views. But that doesn't mean they would get all the views. And as well, there is, I think, a lot more of, I guess, like a connection towards the indie. I've seen a lot of corporate VTubers go become indie after some time, and then people love them. You know, they support them so much more. And yeah, it's nice. It's like people do just care about the person. But still, you got to respect the fact that she's like, hey, we still have to care about this company. I'm still working with this company. They just need to go and get their shit together.
And it's like a balancing act that, oh, the only way that I can get their support back is if I like go indie or something like that. And I don't want to do that. And it's so frustrating because I feel like if I complain too much about the company outwardly, people will be like, all right, well, screw it. Mori's not happy there. I can't support Cover anymore. I can't support Hololive anymore. They leave and then they're gone until I leave. And it's such a freaking hard situation to deal with.
And it's like, she's trying to be like, hey, I have my grievances. I have my issues. I don't want to have to lose my job. I love doing what I'm doing. Like, I respect this person. This is my first impression of them. I respect them. But they're also trying to be like, hey, like, I can't be like outwardly saying I hate you, like this company sucks, like let's rally the troops, because then that does hurt the rest of the company, the bottom line, the other talent. And like if she leaves, then what happens? An even bigger spiral down where they lose even more people, they lose more contracts, and the company morale goes down. People might lose jobs. Like it is a lot on this person's shoulders. I feel really bad. Like really, 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 really bad. Now there's some other things too as well, because some people are kind of giving the high levels for this. Saying like talents like Calli and her two-way relationship with Culver are very special and rare nowadays. At the end of the day, they are still employees who work under a corporal's contract. They can't handle the environment, they can choose to leave, and corporal can terminate them at any time. And this kind of like, this is the conversation of like corporate versus indie VTubers. These companies listen to their shareholders or like, you know, the profitability. Like they have to make money, they have to pay these employees. Or they have to, like, if people are complaining, they want to call it on out. So I think this was kind of the bigger picture over here, where they said Kelly's on hiatus and why it happened. You know, I gave you guys the high level, but it was half due to her own issues with the company, you know, Hololive, and half with her own personal issues. She stopped streaming because she wanted to get Culver's attention to message her after feeling like complaints weren't getting answered timely or at all. Her basically being like, I want this to happen. I need help with this. This company needs to do this, this, and this. And as a talent, I feel like I'm not getting the support I need. When words aren't enough, you have to take action. And apparently she did. She was like, I'm going to tell you guys all about this because I have the leverage. And I respect this person for it. Because if she were to go and make her own channel, not that she wants to, but she'd probably have massive support. Probably tens of thousands of subs and views the first day. I've seen it happen many times. She's aware of the weight of her words, and she's someone who's gone to bat for Hollow in the past, so her voicing her issues would absolutely make waves in the fandom. Basically saying like, hey, I don't want to hurt everyone, I don't want to go and hurt the community, I don't want to hurt the company, but like this needs to be fixed. So what's the best way to do it? I'm just not going to make money for the company. Am I going to work? It's a very, very ballsy play, but if you have the leverage and you are the talent, it makes sense. We are Hololive. As much as there's this beautiful sentiment of I want to support the talent, if folks stop supporting Hololive, then we will stop being supportive. If people basically stop supporting the company, they're not making money, not buying merch, not like supporting these concerts, watching memberships, whatever it might be, buying figurines, games, whatever. And that means there's less money for the talent, less money for the employees. They might have to downsize. Like it does get very sketchy. She had a worry that if she was vocal, some people would be like, Mori's not happy, so I can't support Hololive, which makes sense. Hey, I don't like this company. I'm not going to buy merch anymore. Hey, I don't like this company. I'm not going to drop in the membership. Hey, I don't like this company. When you go independent, I'll give you a $500 donation. But until then, no more. You know, whatever it might be. And she doesn't want to go indie, and she's appreciative of all the opportunities she's gotten thanks to being a Hololive. That'd be very hard to get as an indie streamer. So, like, she's like kind of like being like, yeah, I respect this. Like, I actually respect her a lot. It's kind of just the summaries for it all. The straw that broke the camel's back incident spurred her to take the action of her streaming hiatus because I don't want to leave. Because of that, I have said to Culver, there are issues you guys have to listen to me on. And most of her main anger was regarding to the English's fourth concert, of the EN group, fourth concert. She's not the only one who has voiced complaints about the subject. So basically, other people are complaining. And this is a concert, like these big group events, we want our fans to love it. That's not all like idol drama. Like, I'm this kind of outside of my spectrum, but hopefully I'm doing okay. I think the staff are working really hard to make a great show, but there have been so many logistical nightmares. It's worrisome for us because if we don't sell tickets, there won't be another show, and we all want to do the show. And this guy I'm saying, being like, hey, I want to be a streamer, yes, but I want to do other things like do music and shows and merch and everything. Which I get. Collaborative merch is another issue she brought up, specifically the lower percentage the talent gets from the brand collabs in comparison to premium merch, where the talent gets the majority share. So basically also trying to be like, hey, these numbers aren't really lining up. It's not really giving us good incentives to want to sell stuff. And like, yeah, if you can sell a shirt, but you're getting like 2% on the shirt, like why are you really selling it? Like you make 20 cents a shirt, like that's great. You sell 50 of them, you made $5, awesome. But like, you know, it's just not that big of a deal. It's still nice, but it's not the biggest deal. Kelly is currently in negotiations on how to change that for everyone. So maybe she might even be campaigning for all the other people involved in the company to get a little bit more money, which is great. She's worried that shipping costs may deter fans from buying the premium merch, whereas walking to a hot topic and buying a shirt is just easier for the consumer, which is why she's fighting for this. All like great stuff. These summaries are all locked in. And then she also wasn't upset about the Hololive name thing, but it did cause her to think about little things that give a feeling of they don't really watch or know us. Basically saying like they kind of prefer the separate group and don't really care about what we make, the community we're building. Specifically things like scripts for voice packs or messing up the names of the EN talents. Do not know that this was Iris and not Bibu. It's starting to pick up over time. I think Ian can be treated a little bit better behind the scenes. Basically call him out for mismanagement and not caring about the profitability of the English side. Kelly had a big meeting where she gave Cover a long paragraph of things that she needs to be fixed and asked for a meeting for higher ups if need be. I don't think they want me to go away, so I think they'll listen. And if they don't, I'll just stop streaming again. The reason it pissed me off is because I don't want to leave this place. Basically being like, I want this company to work, and I'm seeing these blaring issues everywhere, but if you're not going to listen to me, then it's not fair. It's not right. And I respect anyone who could stand by their morals and ethics like this. I really do. I don't really know these people, so if I miss saying stuff, I'm just trying to give you guys the tea, but if anything, this is a very good first impression of this person. Yagu taking over the talent management structure had nothing to do with Calli's actions, though she does feel reassured by the news. She really wants there to be another EN gen, basically just hoping there's no, like, the company keeps continuing and expanding and getting new people over there, doing like launches and getting more group of people together. And I will put my foot down and complain because I care. I respect this. Like, I respect all of these. You know, these are all big comments, big stance. Like, I respect this. She's planning on making a change in how she does things by making schedules, likely after the EN concert, and only streaming 5 days a week at like the same time for like 3 to 4 hours. If I'm not recording a song, all right, then put in an 8-hour stream. I think she was trying to be like, I have to go and do all these streams to like make up for all these people, making up for all these like other folks. You know, like she's the bigger name, big thing over here. She doesn't want to go and stream nonstop. And I'm the same boat. Like I've been kind of reassessing how much I even want to stream every week. Like I feel like I could do like, I talk a lot. I could do like 3-4 days a week, if that, maybe like 4 or 5 hours max. That's just like some crazy good games coming out. Back when I was younger, I was doing like 10-hour streams every day until like 6 in the morning because I loved it. I still do, but you know, I get older and like you get other priorities and you got other things. You got YouTube, you got shorts, you got people you got to pay, you got businesses. It does get a lot. So yeah, like I make songs for anime. Do I need a gajillion streaming hours and just putting like all this pressure and stress on her? Like if anything, I respect them for just being honest. And it's kind of led towards a lot of stuff. Like people are saying, y'all better be nice from now on about these English concert names in the future, supporting them, you know, like.
I saw some comments like, who's coming up with the names for these concerts? God. And I'm thinking to myself, a talent came up with it. I'm thinking about the talent that came up with it. I'm like, I hope she doesn't see this. That's mean. But at the same time, you're welcome to your criticisms. It's just, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh God. Who? I don't know. If she wants to say she came up with it, she will. Maybe she's not saying it because maybe she saw people being like, ooh, what is this name? So silly. What a dumb name. Sarah and Skibbity.
It just kind of giving like, you know, comments and critiques about the overall community and things, like a little bit of mishaps, if you will.
So maybe she doesn't want credit for it anymore. So funny. That made me laugh. The reason I think I know who it is because, like, I think one of us actually like left a compliment in like the Discord, like, oh, that's a fun name, and then the girl who I think came up with it was like, thanks, winky face or something like that.
You know, just, I don't know, whatever, just like little inside stuff. Anyway, so there's been a lot of tea for this. Like a lot of people, it's kind of led towards the conversation of like indie versus like, you know, corpo. People are trying to say like, hey, there might be even issues with the company never treating the talent completely right, and it should be like completely resolved and be a lot better. Like people are calling this all on out. Like there is a lot. Like then people are like, so why is she like feeling to go and strike? Why did it get so bad that she needed to go and air all these issues with middle management public streams? Some people kind of defending the company, some people calling out. I if anything, I think she did everything right. It's fine. Like put them in their place. Are the company's operations and mismanagement supposed to be brushed aside by its fan base? Something extra fishy is going on behind the scenes. People are worried about the company imploding even more. People are asking, I don't know, any of this stuff is true. I'm just giving you guys the tea. Like they're talking about the disagreements in the company, so people are just expecting them to maybe leave. Like this is usually not a good start when like you're being like, I don't like the business right now. Things aren't looking good. Like, you know, it kind of spurs it out if it's public. And people are like, isn't there a visa tied to that too as well? They're like, why would you even like, this person has a bunch of money, makes them a bunch of money. They're popular. They had issues with his concert stuff, the merch stuff, management stuff, as we kind of covered. And like, they're just like, yeah, like they're letting them have it. Like, they're like, hey, I'm surprised even we're allowed to say that. I really like it here and I want them to stay. I hope they listen. And people are like, it's not as dramatic, but this is kind of a big deal, apparently. And everyone's like, it's not a big drama. It's like usual corporate life, work life, whatever. And then you have crazy, like, like people see Mori as one of the supporters of Hololive, but just because she's a supporter doesn't mean she won't complain. She said it was a balancing act since Hololive equals talents, which is true. She wrote a big-ass paragraph for the manager who is not even responsible for her troubles. She's angry, but she also knows that without Hololive, she wouldn't be popular, like, respecting where she came from. She wants to stay in Hololive, and that's how she wants things to improve. She's upset with Serendipity and how it's being handled. She wasn't upset about Hololive things. I'm not sure what that even is. She thinks staff undervalues EN and doesn't watch EN talents. Middle management only cares about the Japanese side. Their headcanon, Mori wanted this to spread so that higher-ups catch wind of how the English side is being treated. They confused Iris for Bibu. That's how incompetent. Like, they don't even get the people's names right. Yagu taking over the management talent had nothing to do with Mori. Like, basically, it was just a lot of stuff of them being like, hey, dude, like, she doesn't really want to do a lot of streaming. She was lying herself to carry the company. Like, she was looking as the leader, so she kept on streaming. She is a number friend. I'm not sure what that means, but she kind of thinks that the English side is in this bad side. She's gonna be honest about her feelings and won't hold back. Like she's calling out all the companies and stuff too as well. And they're basically saying like they don't even know the people that are working in the company too. And a lot of people even saying like as well, like we can't like, you know, people making comments like we can't turn a blind eye about all the opportunities ex-corpos get once to go indie. They usually do blow up. But I actually saw this person over here. They even follow me. So shout out to you if you ever see this video. Like Big Nothing Man. Anyway, like, dude, I saw you everywhere, and I feel like you had some pretty nice takes. You're just being very nice. Like, if people stop supporting Hololive, then Hololive will stop supporting us. I love the sentiment that people just support the fans. It's beautiful, but we are Hololive. Just going indie isn't that simple. We would get maybe 2% of the opportunities we get here. Basically, just trying to be like, hey, like, these are some of the bigger points of, like, you know, if I go indie, I can get opportunities, but it's so much easier having an agency, a management side, like people representing you, like a public corporation working with you will get a whole lot more. So yeah, just like it leads in like all these big dramas. It's like it just doesn't matter about us. They didn't care about the English side. They're constantly devaluing everything. You know, and people are worried about other talent, the company going down. They're saying I worry for Hololive because the misalignment with the company and problems with management has been such a reoccurring thing, and I don't know what happened in these last few years with the company, but the fact that Mori had to go on strike is crazy. I know I'm kind of doom posting this, but just has me baffled on why people are pushing away their best talent, which is kind of true. Like this person had like what I saw in screenshots, tens of thousands of views, a lot of support, a loving community, and just kind of seems like they just want to be treated like properly right. And that seems like that's it. They just want to be treated well. So it's nuts that like apparently that's a big deal. Like apparently that's a problem. Like, hey, just want to make sure people's names are spelled right and we get like a proper cut of our money. And like, I don't want to have to be the one person streaming because it just seems like everything else isn't growing, isn't being profitable. Like the shareholders aren't happy. But obviously they said of counterpoints, the fact that she can go on strike with zero repercussions and submit a formal list of complaints and get an actual date from them by which they'll get back to her on progress, suggests the bones of the company are still good and they're trying to fix things. So it's not all doom and gloom. Like there is a potential here, which is why this person's still staying with Hololive, which is why we respect her for, you know, like sticking with it. Like I love people like that. Rapid growth like they have experienced is difficult to manage and they've joined their best. Calli is optimistic about being able to continue forward while pushing for improvements, so I'll trust in her. Like very nice people. Like these are very nice community members. You know, even saying Calli's always been English's greatest friend. Like it just seems like everyone nice. Like it's kind of cool. Like everyone's kind of giving them support where it's like, yeah, this woman is just trying to do things right. Trying to support things right. Like I hope things improve and they can be happy. Like these people are wholesome. Like this fan base is really nice. You know what I mean? And it's what you do with power when you have it and you are a good person, good and hurt. Like, yeah, this is a really great first impression of this person. I've seen really nice things too as well. But a lot of times people are calling out like all these years and years of the talent have spoken out about management. You know, there's hates over here. There's like, I don't know. It just kind of seems like people are kind of just very in this weird spot. They're concerned. They're worried about them leaving. They're worried about the company itself, all these other big content creators. I think this is something important to consider being a starman. There are valid complaints and concerns about the treatment of the talents, yes, especially the boys. I've heard a lot of issues with the Hollow Stars people as well. I think I made a video on that. All the art and supportive words and tweets are amazing. Keep them motivated. Hollow Pro did establish the stars and the boys, and I want them to keep on shining. Like, you kind of just see these communities just want everyone happy, you know? Like, they're just be like, we want everything all, like, proper. But it sucks that a streamer has to go on a big hiatus on top of all these other big content creators like Fillion or, you know, like Saba going on all these hiatuses. Now, this still kind of goes in the big, like, indie, or people are expecting it to be indie. I've had great experiences being indie. Like, I've worked with some crazy brands. I've worked with Amazon. I've worked with Best Buy. I've worked with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the NFL, like Newegg, like everything. I've worked with a lot. Some on my main channel, some on my Twitch. Nothing really here yet, but that's fine. Like, I don't think I deserve to do sponsors here yet. I haven't really done much. But, like, yeah, this is crazy. Like, yeah, even the comments are like, I just want Calli to be indie, or I do not want her to be indie. I want her happy. Like, that's awesome, dude. You know, that's awesome. But it kind of opens up this big deal of, like, do you want to be indie? Do you want to be corporate? Like, will you still be a popular content creator if you're indie? I would say yes. But a lot of these people are worried about Hololive with their company, the management, the real business behind this all, and it just is sad. If Cover doesn't listen, I'll just stop streaming again. Like, she's quite literally still on a like a protest. I love it. Like, I respect her for this. Like, I love people who do this because they stand by their morals and they're right. Like, I love this. Like, this is really, really cool to see. I mean, I don't like the fact that she's being mistreated and whatever, but it's cool seeing someone stand up for their mind. And other people even saying, like, this also costs, like, Gura, you know, all these other bigger content creators. And all this money could have been spent to, like, keeping the talent and people around and making them happy. And people are worried about the stagnation of this company and VTubing maybe falling off. Like, it gets really, really deep. And I don't want to make this, like, a 5-hour long video. But so many people are saying more talents are complaining and fans are getting bored of the samey projects. You know, VTuber stuff, like there's only so many more re-debuts or concerts you can do. Like you still need to mix things up and do other things crazy. And maybe the VTubing world's kind of shrinking down a little bit. Like the big COVID hype and draw is not as big, or there's even more content creators oversaturating out everything too as well. And just basically just there's a lot of issues with management, a lot of people saying things wrong. And this is also the kind of response to on someone saying this is if you took what she said in the worst possible way, turned up the doom potion to 300%, and ignored every position or even slightly positive thing she said. This is 100% just drama farming. Which I'm going to give them a little bit of love because, like I said, they follow me. I don't think I'm that relevant in the VTubing sphere, so the fact you even do that makes me very happy. Thank you. Sometimes I do these drama videos and I see people follow me. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, dude, what's up? So if you guys ever want to follow me on Twitter, I'd love to have you guys. As I'm still learning about the VTubing sphere. Maybe I should do like a corporate VTubing reaction sphere at some point, just because why not? But anyway, yeah, dude, people are kind of like talking about the drama. A lot of them are calling them base, saying it's like the best. And I kind of do hate that they have to go through so much bad stuff. Because being an indie is scary. You can still make a lot of good money, make a good living. But this woman's seemingly like she doesn't just want to be a streamer. If she just wants to be a streamer and play games nonstop, it'd probably be great to maybe go indie, especially with this. But doing music and production and concerts and merch and everything else, it is a lot harder just to do that, especially if you don't have enough spare time to do it and you want to have these big grandiose ideals. So I just hope everything goes out okay. You know, like the management, I hope this company doesn't fall. I think a lot of people like the Hololive, Holo Stars, Holo everything. So let's hope that they do good, but this has still been a big drama, and I hope that she doesn't have to go on another hiatus just to prove her point. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'd love to have you guys here. If not, no worries, with the Twitter and Twitch down below. I'll talk to you guys all soon.